Hey, what is up guys? I appreciate you dropping by once again for another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a hidden details video or unknown details where I talk about details that people wouldn't know. What this is all car related, so everything is to do with cars. These are little details which are just not so common. So in this detail, we've got actual flames coming out of the exhaust as an actual source of fire. So what I'm doing here is I'm getting a jerry can and making a puddle behind the exhaust, and I wouldn't expect it from GTA. Like, the exhaust flames are an actual detail. Now let's just test it out here. You just rev your car until you see a flame. There we go, and it just lights it. That's detail I knew for a while now. I used to do it in online where you would just get someone's car, and then what you would do just to troll them is just put oil all over the back of their car. So make sure it's near the exhaust tip, and when you do that, when they drive casually, you know how online people drive, they just drive full acceleration, and then as soon as their exhaust lights, the whole car lights up, and it looks pretty cool as well. It looks pretty funny, but sometimes depending on the car you drive, it could just blow up straight away, or people will just panic and think it's about to blow up, so they jump out. So that's a really cool hidden detail. So I want you guys to keep an eye on the temperature right at the right there, the temperature, engine temp. So it's just tiny bit past halfway, so I just want you to remember that. And as soon as you start crashing your car, and you just have to crash it until it smokes. So when you're driving and you get into a severe crash, or so there we are, we've got it to crash a bit, we've damaged the car quite a lot, and now if we look at the engine temperature, we can see that it's gone all the way to the top, and it's overheating. So that's a little detail, and I think a lot of people didn't know that, but there it is, the engine temp actually goes up. So I'm just going to show you two kind of details here with pedestrian cars. So I'm just going to show you an example here of me breaking into a car. As you see, my guy will break the window with his elbow and then get in. This is not a big detail, but it's cool once you know it. But if you actually shoot the window before you get in, he just gets in. I don't know if any of you knew that. Let me know if you knew that. And now let me also show you another one. With vehicles like this, when you have your personal vehicle, you can just turn it on by going in vehicles and then remote functions and turn the car off and on. But on pedestrian vehicles, you don't have that same access. So all you want to do is just shoot before you enter the car. So let me make sure the car's open first. Right. So all you want to do is just shoot in the sky, get in, and then get back out. And then now you see the car's on, it stays on, the exhaust is pushing out smoke, it's on, the car's on, wherever the exhaust is on this ingot. I don't think it even has one, but yeah, you can believe me there, the car's on, and yeah, that's how you put a pedestrian car on. So for this detail, I really like how the smoke travels in this game, and it's really cool how GTA enabled this. So for example, if I make my car's engine smoke by shooting it a bit, I'll use a silence weapon because of the cops. Is it smoking? No, it's not. Yep, it's smoking. So as you see, with the hood open, the car just freely smokes. It comes out of the engine bay, of course. And as soon as you close it, as you see, it'll come out of the grill instead. So if you can see, I'll go in first person. It comes out of the grill. I think that's pretty cool. I'll open it one more time. It comes out the engine bay, no more out of the grill. So I think that's really cool. Something that was not that necessary to add, but they added it. Now this detail is not that big, but it is kind of big when you think of other car games that can't master this. So in GTA, when you do a burnout, your car maxes out in the first gear. So it maxes out the first gear, and then the speedometer goes up to 40 or 36 or something. So that's the max of first gear, and that's how it actually is in real life. And if you do this in any other game, even Gran Turismo, which is a car game, which is a simulator, it stays at 0 miles per hour when you're burnouting in a car. And that's a really big detail, you know, compared to the fact that other car games can't master it. So here we are in Gran Turismo in an actual car simulator, and as you'll see now, I'm going to do a burnout, and the dials don't work realistically like GTA does. So I'm doing a burnout right now. I'm doing a slow moving burnout, but you can see the speed is 0 miles an hour on there. As you see, I'm doing a 0 mile an hour burnout. So I added this one as a car detail because, well, you'll see in a bit where you can transport cars, but this is a detail where it got added later on in GTA when you could able to open your car doors and stuff. If you buy the Titan as a personal vehicle, so if you go on Warstock and you buy this as for 2 million, I think it is, which is quite expensive. I wouldn't buy it just to do this trick, but when you purchase this vehicle and you put it in your hangar, which you need to do as well, you can actually open the back of this thing. So what you can do is you can just get out, you can go on vehicles just like you open your car doors, and vehicles, and you can open up the cargo ramp. So that thing, if you've seen it in my animation, my video, then you'll know that you can actually put vehicles in there. You can open that, you can fly with it up, but be careful if you do purchase this just to do this. Your car will explode if you elevate this too high, or you know, if you go up. So you have to make sure you can keep the plane as level as possible. Now this tip is only to do with the LG Retro, and I left it till last because I don't know how to activate this kind of detail. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So when you add a fuel tank in the back of the LG, which you can do when you go in interior, and then you can swap out the interior, you can get the one with the fuel tank in the back. That fuel tank is its own light source, sorry, own fire source. So what I mean by that is it sets on fire, but I don't know how to get it to set on fire. I'm just going to show you this clip, or you've just seen it, where the car sets on from the boot, it sets on fire. So that fuel tank in the boot sets on fire. I think 99% of people didn't know that, because I definitely didn't know that until last week when I did this and we found it by accident. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. A lot of you guys are still asking me how to get into the crew, and you've been waiting for a long time to get into the crew. I always get these comments, so I've made a detailed video to show you guys how to get into the crew, how to get into the crew even quicker. So how to get in there fast. If you want to get into the crew, if you're really desperate and you really want to get into the crew, I put a link in the description. I took a while to make this video, and it shows you step by step how to do it. And you know, again, if you want to really get into the crew, I recommend you watch from start to finish that whole video, and you can't go wrong there. You'll get into the crew a lot quicker than everyone else. Take control.